And good afternoon, folks. We're here today with Claflin University visiting USC Aiken in this doubleheader, starting right after the 4 o'clock original start date. Chandler Terrapin is in circle for USC Aiken. She made the return to the circle for the first time in a month and a half last game against North Georgia. Lost it, but she was impressive in the loss. She went up against Kayla Cato for Claflin, who's batting .403 on the season. Has a lot of power, 14 home runs, 12 doubles, 4 triples, slugging at .805, has a .444 on base percentage. Lifts that one to left field, and that's going to be a stand-up double to start things off for Claflin.
Now batting, number 13, Kayla Robinson.
It's going to bring up the junior Kayla Robinson from Columbia, South Carolina. Comes in the game batting .291. 6 doubles, 1 triple. Not a bad crowd this afternoon with a little bit of overcast. It's kind of cool. Great softball weather. Terrapin finds the strike at the outside corner. For USC Aiken from third base, you have Jesse Stanley, shortstop Sarah Sams, second base Lindsay Dorgan, first place Hannah Price, from left to right Caitlin Powell, Brielle Jungblood, and Courtney Strauss. Behind the plate is Cindy Kate Murphy. And Kate is able to steal the base. Throws a little bit wide. Robinson showed bunt, pulled back, and Murphy threw wide, but great job by Powell to back her up to prevent a run from scoring. And Claflin's a team that likes to steal a lot, 56 for 63 on the season before that, so they like to run early and often. Terrapin fires a 1-2 pitch. Just outside. 2-2. Fist that one to Dorgan, who goes to first for the out, but a run's going to score on that.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 17, Tiara Norman.
Tiara Norman comes to the plate. She's pitching, has a 4.3 ERA, 18 wins, but she has a .348 batting average. She is special. Just misses there, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch, fouled away, 1-1, into the parking lot. No cars were hit, so Hudson Ethics Companies and auto owners insurance was not needed this time. But thankfully, they are there at every single turn for you. One of our great partners we have. And unlike the past couple weeks, I did not pay the South Carolina Education Lottery before I came over here today. After I lost last time, decided I would go ahead and let someone else take a chance. 1-1 pitch. Claflin leads 1-0 here in the first. Yeah, that's a ball outside. 2-1 the count. Fouls that one back. 2-2. And Terrapin comes into the game with a 1-3 record. This is only her 7th appearance all season. Pitch just missed. Full count. That one's fouled back. Count remains 3-2. And Terrapin struck out 20 batters so far this season, 14 walks. And Terrapin had pitched the first few outings of the season, then shut it down and played first base, designated player, pretty much anything and everything as she walks Norman there. But she's back in the circle for the last couple games of her career.
Now batting number 20, Jada Ames.
Jada Ames coming to the plate, freshman from, some people say Lancaster, some people say Lancaster. It just depends on what part of the state you're from, but she's from South Carolina, that's for sure. As Terrapin finds a strike there. On the broadcast by myself today, Marcus Johnson's doing 19 different jobs over there. PA, scoreboard, music, anything and everything, correcting any mistakes I make. As fouls that one back. 0-2. Oh, 2 count. Terrapin comes inside on that one. 1-2. Good thing is if you brush her back on the inside, it opens up everything on the outside. Typically, we'll see if she goes here on the outside or stays inside. Goes outside like I called it for the strikeout. So 2 away here for USC Aiken.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Chalise Mormon.
Chalise Mormon coming to the plate. Mormon batting 294. Looks at the ball there. 1 on the count, 2 outs, 1 on, 1-0 ball game. Terrapin finds the outside corner there, 1-1. And with the 2 losses against North Georgia, nationally ranked number 2 North Georgia, USC Aiken's going to be unable to make the conference tournament, but they have 4 games left, 2 today, 2 Sunday. And we'll see if they can end on a high note. They have UNC Pembroke coming to town on Sunday for Senior Day. Games are at 1 and 3. Senior Day is going to start about 12:45. So if you plan on coming, get here early. We anticipate a rather large crowd that afternoon. If you can't be there, we'll have everything starting about 12:30, so you can watch the festivities live. We'll probably have the mic open so you can listen to Marcus Johnson and listen to everything that's being said. Yeah. Ball's hit just past the outstretched arms of Dorgan for a single.
Now batting number 7, Deandra Ely.
Deandra Ely, the right fielder, coming to the plate. She's a senior from Fort Lawn, South Carolina, transferred from Brevard College. Nice little place up there. Looks a strike right down the middle of the plate. And Claflin comes in the game at 24-25, 14-5 in the league. They are a contender in their conference, that's for sure. Talked to their head coach for the game. They just made history with their pitcher was named National Pitcher of the Week for the NFCA. I hope she has a great rest of the year after today. But that's an outstanding job by Romano Noble and their sports information staff nominating her and helping her win that honor. We had one a couple years ago with India Cornegay, and there's nothing like it when your pitcher is the National Pitcher of the Week. So congratulations to that. But right now we're going to focus on Terrapin with the 1-2 pitch. And the swing and a miss for the strikeout. So the visitors score 1 on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base, going to ball first. Claflin leads 1-0. And I am back here at bottom of the first inning with Brielle Jungblatt leading off, the red shirt senior. Coming to the plate. Number 10 on your program is number 1 in your heart, that's for sure. She's from Ridgeland, South Carolina. Originally walked onto the team as a freshman, and Pompey was the Peach Belt Conference freshman of the week, the very first week after hitting, I believe, 625. 5 for 8 if I remember correctly. And that was 5 years ago, so my memory's as sharp as anything right now. Looks at the ball low there, 1-1 the count. And Norman in the circle for Claflin. She's coming off a monster week against Benedict. Absolutely great job by her. Kudos to Claflin for the victories as well. Talking about swings and misses right there, 1-2. Fouls that one back, staying alive, 1-2. Not a bad crowd here this afternoon, though, as I said earlier. We have Hannah Price's parents here. See some of Chandler Terrapin's relatives here. Cindy Kate Murphy's parents. Brielle Jungblatt has some family here as well, I believe. It's always nice to see everyone coming out, especially for a midweek game. We know Sunday's going to be raucous here, but midweek game is tough to get to, so it's great to see them out. And those who can't be here, continue watching the stream. If you don't like me talking, just push mute. But you're not going to get better entertainment for the next 4 hours without me, though. Yes, Marcus Johnson is shaking his head. I don't know, laughing at me or with me, but either way, he's laughing. Yeah, it's ball missed low. Full count here. You know, the Bogosian family's going to be here on Sunday. And that's a single all day long.
Now batting number 7, Caitlin Powell.
It's going to bring up Caitlin Powell, the sophomore transfer from LaGrange College. Powell's been a huge force in this lineup lately. She's from Charleston, South Carolina originally, playing left field. Looks at the ball low as Jungblatt dances towards second base but comes back. Nice sacrifice bunt by Powell. Great play by the third baseman.
Now batting number 33, Hannah Price.
That's going to bring up Hannah Price. Miss do-it-all everything. Pitcher, first base, DP. Doing it at the plate, batting .405 the season. Started all 47 games. 53 hits. 11 to go for extra bases. 68 total bases. .519 slugging percentage. Looks to bunt. And Jungblatt's going to manufacture the run herself. Stolen base and an E2. So Jungblatt's going to take it upon herself to get things going for USC Aiken. She did a good job. As Norman finds the strike on the outside corner. 0-2 now. Fouls that one back into the parking lot, close to the tennis courts. And folks, when you come here on Sunday, because we know you're going to come to the game on Sunday, don't park between the softball field and tennis courts. That's just a bad place to be. I can know from experience last year. As Price looks at the ball high, 1-2. You probably want to park close to the student the SAC is what they call it, the activity center. Park in the parking lot over there. Mainly because behind third base, you have cars parking over there, but they get foul balls over there all the time too. So if you're gonna do it, park, I don't know, about 300 feet away from the home plate. As Norman misses again, it's 3-2 now to Price, but If I'm Norman, I'm careful here as well because Price is deadly. Chops that one high. Should be routine for the 6-3 play. Great job by the shortstop. It's going to bring up Chandler Terrapin. Today's pitcher.
The pitcher, number 11, Chandler Terrapin.
Big swing and a miss, strike one. And these teams are familiar with each other. They played 4 games last year, 4 games this year. Well, after the day, we have 4 games played between them. Big swing and a miss there. Terrapin's looking to hit one about 300 feet. And she gets the strikeout looking. So, going to the second inning, it is all tied at 1. And now I'm back with Mercedes Howes coming to the plate. The freshman takes a big swing and a miss. 0-1. Howes batting .293 on the season. It's his 21st start of the year. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. And Terrapin's just dialing farther and farther outside the zone. See how far that'll chase. Grounder up the middle. Solid effort by Dorgan. Great job over there by Dorgan to hustle, get the ball, and throw it back over for the out. I know Johnson's over here talking, but
Now batting, number 5, Jamila Thomas.
as Jamila Thomas comes to the plate, but I've said it the past few times I've been on the broadcast. I am really impressed with the way that Dorgan's attacking the ball in the field probably the last month. Once she has stepped away from pitching and focused on second base, she's done a great job. She was good before, but it seems like her defense has elevated since that point. And you know, as a senior, you can't ask for anything better than that. Coming up and going off on a high note. As Terrapin seemed to have dialed it in. (0-2) count with 1 out here in the second inning, all tied at 1. Terrapin tries to get her a chase, but Thomas does not go. 1-2 count. Misses outside, 2-2. I personally like how deliberate Terrapin is in the circle. She gets a sign and goes straight into the next pitch and doesn't worry. It's not like baseball at all, where you're waiting 25 minutes for the next pitch. Um, should be said like the Major League Baseball record, 21 pitch at bat that lasted 13 minutes. Sometimes we can get a full inning and a half in 13 minutes here in softball. Grounded back to Dorgan. Dorgan had no shot at that one. That was a great job by Thomas to beat it out. So it's gonna bring up
number 2, Jasmine Squywell.
It's gonna bring up number 2, Jasmine Squywell, the junior from right here in Aiken, South Carolina, Silver Bluff High School product. Plays infield, outfield, does it all for Claflin. Yes, Terrapin gets another strike. 0-1. And really, as fast as Thomas is, the double play ball is pretty much out of play, I think. If I remember Squadwell from last year, she's pretty fast as well. Fouls that one off. 0-2. Squadwell 7 for 7 in stolen base attempts, so she gets on. Thomas is 3 for 3. And Terrapin able to get the punch out on the outside corner. A great job of setting up by Murphy on the outside for the second out. But they're going back to the top of the lineup with Cato, who's 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored.
24, Cato.
And she blasted the laces off the ball in that first at bat. She's a great hitter. Grounds out into Price, who's playing first base for the first time in a while, for the 3U if you're scoring at home. If you're not, then just listen to me. Follow pitchsports.com for the live stats and also for, well, you're already watching the game, so you're good. But we'll be back in the bottom of the second inning, all tied at 1. And I'm back here, bottom of the second inning, with Sydney Kate Murphy doing her Irish jig, getting ready to come to the plate. She's singing Wannabe by Spice Girls, but she's doing an Irish jig. So I'm still confused on that 4 years later. Fouls that one back, 0-1. Now, I know that on Sunday, her first at-bat of game 1, we've been promised her she's going to Irish dance all the way to the plate. So, folks, pay attention to the right side of the screen Sunday afternoon, and you will see her doing, and she's done it for years, back in Ohio where she's from. But she's going to break it out for the first time in 4 years here. So we're all anxious to see it. Going to have a lot of fun festivities on Sunday. Senior Day recognition, Sydney Kate Murphy dancing. Can't ask for anything better than that as the grounder to second, 4-3 for the out. Now it's going to bring up Courtney Strauss, the North Augusta, South Carolina product.
Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Courtney Strauss.
She's wearing number 8 this year. Outfielder from right down the road. I don't know if it's right down the road or right up the road, but either way, she's about 15 minutes away from campus. Fouls that one back. Quickly 0-1. Fouls that one back as well. 0-2. I'll remind her that the playing field's the other way between games, but you know, hitting over the fence over here, but just the wrong way. Doesn't count for anything other than a strike. And that's great job by Norman to find the outside corner there for call third strike. That's going to bring up Macy Hutto, the freshman from Aiken, South Carolina.
And now batting the designated player, number 14, Macy Hutto.
She's the designated player today. Utility player, pretty much all season. Has really come on strong lately and has started using her bat more and more. Swing and a miss there. 0-1. She lifts that one high, but mid-range, ranging over to left field for the out. So quickly 3 up and 3 down for USC Aiken. So we're going to go to the top of the third, all tied at 1. I'm back here at the top of the third inning with Kayla Robinson leading off for Claflin. She grounded out to Dorgan in her first at bat, but a run scored on the play. I thought he was going to call a strike on that one, but he just got up quickly. Probably making sure his back doesn't lock up on him or something like that. That would be my guess. Almost identical spot, 1-1 now. Outside corner, 1-2. Great job from Terrapin to go ahead and keep finding the outside corner and seeing how far outside she can go and still get the called strike. Blast out when it's center field, but John Blunt ranges over there. A little too lackadaisical, not lackadaisical, but like she knew it was in her hand the whole time, but it scared me a little bit. As Norman's coming to the plate, trying to help her own calls. She walked in the first.
Number 17, Tiara Norman.
Terrapin gets a strike in there. 0-1. Fouls that one back. 0-2. I think that the more Terrapin pitches, the more calm she seems. She didn't seem anxious against North. I was gonna say North Florida, but it's really North Georgia. As the grounded over to Terrapin for the 3U unassisted, which is what the U stand for. And I apologize because I'm also doing stats at the same time.
Number 20, Jada Ames.
As Jada Ames comes to the plate. Where number 20, she struck out swinging in the first. Freshman from We're going to have a debate later on. Is it Lancaster? 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 For all I know is that's a base hit into the gap. And that's going to be a double. Great piece of hitting by Ames to go opposite way, and she's doing a little jig out there. Having some fun over there. Might as well.
The center fielder, number 3, Jalise Mormon.
And Jalise Mormon coming to the plate. She singled in the first. Fouled that one back, 0-1. Terrapin's already at 50 pitches. And one thing you'll notice over there by Claflin is the fact that they are boisterous all game long, which is great to hear. A lot of fun. So we're going to miss strike 2. 1-2 count, 2 outs, runner on second, 1-1 ball game. Sun's coming back out. It can't make up its mind if it wants to go behind the cloud or be in front, but either way, it's fun. We're inside. Swing and a miss for strike 3, so Claflin threatens, but Terrapin able to get out of the jam. Going to the bottom of the third, we're all tied at 1. Coming to play right now is Lenny Dorgan. She looks at a ball low. And Dorgan playing second base, back in the lineup batting. Sometimes she's bat at 4, but she's when she gets to the plate and gets a hold of the ball, she's done well. A little bit of speed, looking 2-0. Dorgan's had a game-winning hit earlier this year, made a couple big plays, especially though against Young Harris. That was I think probably one of the biggest ones of her career. Big swing and a miss there. Dorgan bunts one. She's going to be at first safely. That's a great piece of hitting. Claflin's playing back. Go ahead and get the bunt single, get on base. Dorgan has a lot of speed too.
Now batting, number 2, Jessica Stanley.
And it's going to bring up the freshman from Monk's Corner. Told me she just moved from Monk's Corner though, so Lugoff, Elgin, somewhere through there. We'll figure that one out. She bunts that one. And that's going to be a hit all day long too. The third baseman was crashing in and she popped it up over her head, which very strange. But hey, first and second for Jungblut. She singled it.
The center fielder, number 10, Brielle Jungblut.
She singled, moved to second on a grounder, or sacrifice bunt I should say. Stole third, came home in an error for the Pacers' lone run. And she tries to bunt one with everybody in motion. Might as well try to confuse everybody. I mean, Jungbut's able to push it past on the bunt, and everybody's safe. You've got speed on first, you got speed on second, and you have. There's not even a word to describe how fast a junk butt is at home plate. Light speed? I don't know, something scientific I can't talk about because I don't know those type of things. Big swing and a miss there. 0-2. But a lot of speed at first, second, so we'll see what happens here. Fouls that one back. Staying alive. And folks, I'm grateful we do not have the video camera facing the PA announcer because he's just doing some disco stuff over here. It was pretty sad. And that one's outside. 1-2 the count to Jungblood. Again, at this point, she's not going to be bunting with 2 strikes, but all she's got to do is tap the ball and put it in play, and we'll see what happens from there. And Warren with the pitch. Hits it for the 5-6 force out.
The left fielder, number 7, Caitlin Powell.
And there's runners on first and second with Caitlin Powell coming to the plate. Powell sacrificed bunt in her first at bat. Looks like a called strike in there, 0-1. Powell fouls that one. Claflin gives chase, but just in the middle of no man's land. But it's quickly 0-2. So a promising start for USC Aiken, but 0-2 count with 1 out. We'll see if they can convert anything into a run or two. Wind blowing left to right. Probably about 5 miles an hour. Nothing major. She fouls that one back. Still 0-2. Powell aces that one into left field, but she's on the run for the easy out. So 2 down with Hannah Price coming to the plate. Price
Now batting number 33, Hannah Price.
grounded to shortstop in the first. High chopper that shortstop was able to make the play on. Nearly beating out Price. Wind's blowing in now, so we'll see if that affects anything that Price does. Fouls that one back, 0-1. Fouls that one straight back, 0-2 now. And Norman's done a good job of, getting Pacers to chase the pitches out of the zone, but a great job in just getting 2 outs with first 2 batters getting on rather easily. As Price chops that one foul. Big swing and a miss. Good job by Norman. So Pacers threatened, but don't put your cross in your runs. Going to the 4th, we're all tied at 1. And I'm back here in the top of the fourth inning with Ely leading off. She struck out swinging in the first. Strike one right there. Terrapin misses outside. 1-1 the count. Started to go, but held up. 2-1 now. There's a few USC Aiken women's basketball players have come back. Graduated last year and are back in the stands now. Well, one even all the way from Australia, so that's how important this game is for USC Aiken. 3-1 count. That one's lifted high to center field. John Butt on the run. Catches it with ease. Mercedes Howes coming to the plate. Grounded out Dorgan in the second.
Player, number 14, Mercedes Howes.
And Neely's trying to tell her, don't swing everything over your belt, because that's what's getting a lot of the Claflin batters out right now. That one's fouled back into parking lot. 0-1. Big swing and a miss. 0-2.